Michelle, thank you so much for joining me. We've heard a lot lately about how the federal government is sort of examining the coronavirus shutdown in the economy as a way to now rewrite the economy in a green way. Justin Trudeau talked about that in an interview with CBC Kids that I sat through. That was horrendous. But you folks actually wrote a letter, an open letter to the Prime Minister about the coronavirus recovery, saying, fight this virus, not carbon.
Right. Well, there is a group of 265 academics from across Canada who sort of initiated this, because they wrote a letter basically saying, don't bail out the oil and gas industry because they're a bunch of bums, and you should be doing wonderful things for the environment and climate change and la-di-da-di-da. Now, interestingly enough, I think 38 of them, 38 of these professors are from Alberta universities. And this is really disgusting to think that people whose salaries come from taxes that come from industry and people who work would be so blind and ignorant. So, in 2018, Abacus Data did a big poll across Canada, and they found that actually Canadians' first priority was health care, improved health care. The last priority was climate change. So what did the governments of the nation do in that time? They chose climate change. So now we're in this COVID crisis. And just imagine if they had spent the hundreds of millions, billions of dollars that have been wasted on climate change on improving healthcare and improving the healthcare system, we would not be in this state today. And these academics who don't want to see the energy industry supported, what are they going to do if they're ever dragged into hospital? Because everything in a hospital relies 100% on fossil fuels, everything. So anyway, we wrote this letter outing these academics, calling their bluff and asking the government to save Canada, build pipelines, and quit Paris, get out of the Paris Agreement. That's probably the most important thing that we could do.
Now, you guys also, not you, I'm sorry, Robert Lyman also wrote a letter that basically saying to these academics, and when we say academics, we don't mean like geoscientists or climatologists, meteorologists.
No.
These academics could be like gender studies majors masquerading as academics.
Well, most of them are in the social sciences, and certainly there's a role for that in society, but these should not be the people. These should not be the people who are deciding our energy policies, because they have no idea how things work.
If you'd like to get access to my show, as well as other great TV style shows too, like Ezra's Nightly, Ezra Levant Show, and David Menzies' Friday night show, Rebel Roundup, just go to rebelnews.com/subscribe. That's rebelnews.com/subscribe.